All right, fellas, we got to stop it. Death to the dad bod. Too many of us have dad bods and we're not even fathers. All right, often I go to the gym. I see guys, they pick up the lightweight, talking about they chasing a pump, and years go by, their body not changing. You know what I mean? You've seen them too, but you just ain't gonna say no names. So today, this video is specifically for my fellas. I just want us to do better. All right. So you already know what this channel is about, is where we transfer you from lead to gold and where we try to transform you, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually as well. All right. So let's break it down in the benefits of why men should train heavy. All right. Even when I do interviews, I got people talking about they shouldn't have trained heavy. There's a myth going around about, or misconception rather, about how it damages your joints, your ligaments and tendons. That's because they're not training smart. All right. So, like I said before, we're going to break down why we should train heavy, or men in particular should train heavy. All right. So, one of the biggest drivers muscle growth is mechanical tension, right? That means placing serious demand on your body, right? So, I'm all about compound lifts, the squats, deadlift, bench, overhead press, rows, right? But with those, what you want to do also is progressive overload, not aggressive overload. So as you um, go heavy or increase weight, it sends a signal to your nervous system, right? That's what this is all about. So to let your body know that you've been here before, and also it forces more muscle fibers to recruit. Therefore, you're getting stronger. So when you train heavy, your body is has no force but to adapt. So it will build stronger muscle tissues, all right, and there will increase neuromuscular efficiency. All right. And then that's how you develop dense, powerful muscles, not just a temporary pump like most guys trying to see. Because you just don't want show muscle, you want go muscles as well. And that's what it gives. And not only that, they always talking about um, the society where low testosterone amongst men, when they do studies going way back and they compare it, it's a way drop for those who are like 30 years old to those back 30 years ago or even 50 years ago. They're much higher, obviously with food but the type of lifestyle that we're living as well. So when we do lift weights and we train with heavy weights, when we say heavy weight, heavy for you because it's relative, right? So you have to be smart and you want to train within the 3 to 6 range, or anywhere from 3 to 8 when we say heavy. All right. So that's just a reference point. But going heavy helps with testosterone. So the lifestyle training and habits influence that as well, plus with diet and getting sleep. So before you hop on TNT, TRT, or anything else, try to work on those things first before you get cleared by your doctor. All right. So heavy compound lifts stimulate large muscles, which contribute to better hormonal response. So definitely like deadlifts, your legs, your core, your back, your stabilizer, which I believe is the best exercise you can do. Deadlifts, when done correctly. Right under it is squats. You can have them interchangeably. I like to call them 1A, 1B, but I prefer deadlifts, over squats, to be honest with you. If I was stuck on the island, that would be the exercise I would do. All right. And also, like I mentioned before, stresses your nervous system, so therefore you become stronger, right? And it forces your body to adapt. That's why if you uh, do something once and your body is trying to let me slow it down. Whenever you lift a weight that's challenging, right? You see how your body responds to it. You're coming down slower with the negative because it's unfamiliar territory to your body. I forgot what it's called, the actual term. I don't know prior to that, but anyway, then the next time you lift that same weight, you have much more confidence because your body is used to that type of weight. So that's why going heavy is important as well. And that's how you get stronger because your body now is adapted. So it's like, I've been here before. I know how to respond to this type of stress, right? So you can control the weight with much more ease and poise, you know? Also, too, sometimes, when your CNS is triggered, you start breathing heavy. So your flight or fight is kicking in. That's why sometimes when you working out, strength training, of course, and with a certain amount of intensity, you'd be like, oh shit, this feels like cardio because you're breathing heavy, your heart rate is increasing because of the stress that you're putting on your body in a healthy way. All right. But we can't forget not just building your body, it also helps with mental toughness. Yes. I think a lot of people overlook this part of working out, because heavyweight demands focus. That's why some people go crazy. You've probably seen some videos where dudes screaming at other guys because they're trying to focus, because it takes a lot of concentration to focus on what you're doing with the task on hand. But also, too, it demands discipline, right? So you can't usually squat something that challenges you, right? So with the squat, then you have to brace your core, control your breathing. You have to stay mentally present. You can't. It's not a lackadaisical kind of thing, because if you're not focused, you can definitely hurt yourself, right? Playing with weight, you know. So every time you push through a difficult set, you're building more than your muscles. You're actually building resilience, right? So heavy training teaches you how to stay calm under pressure, something that translates far beyond the gym, which I totally agree with. Like I said, this is transferable principles. So with how you train in your gym, because this is just another form of expression, actually. That's why I tell my clients I could tell what type of person you're about how you move the weight. But that's neither here or there. But it is an expression of you. And if you carry these principles over into your everyday life, you would see your confidence show out in that other field that you're in how you express yourself, you know. And also, the strength creates confidence. I love kung fu movies. And when I watch kung fu movies, they get beat up. It always has the same kind of gist to it, where they go home, whatever happens, a family member dies, they escape, they have to avenge their family, but they have to train, they have to get stronger. And as they develop their strength, they gain more confidence. Then they're going out to avenge their family. So it is with strength training. It's not from an ego kind of perspective, not even arrogance. It's just knowing that you're capable because you put in the work. And that's another aspect where confidence comes from. Knowing that you have that receipt in your mind that you've been here before. If you've done it before, you can do it again. That's another term for abundance. All right. But it shows the consistent effort that you put in. And then once you get stronger, your posture changes, you have a stronger presence, and you have stronger discipline. And what your body represents too, people know, I can't fuck with him. There's something about him, how he carries himself, how he walks, his body says a lot. And I always say this, your body is your first business card. It speaks volumes before the words come out of your mouth, because most of communication is nonverbal anyway. Like pimps will say, get chose with your mouth closed. It's about how you present yourself. All right. And that comes from putting in the work in the gym by adding that resistance that you overcome or that you overcame. All right. And that's all about what progress is. All right. So mistakes I see that men make, right? They train too light, or they chase high reps and pump training. That has its purpose, but I think if you really want to build a strong foundation, you have to think about getting stronger. Like I mentioned with kung fu movies, I have to get stronger. Everything in life, you sit back, even financially, you have to become financially stronger, right? If you not making your bills meet or ends meet financially, you have to improve in that area. If your relationships suck, you have to get stronger there, right? It's the same thing with working out, and you have to build that foundation. So always think in mind, I have to get stronger. Don't worry about the pumps. The aesthetics will come, because there's a saying that muscle follows strength. So long as you're still getting stronger, your muscles will come. All right. Like I said, compound lifts are the key. The isolation shit is cool, but your body always work holistically. So prioritize compound lifts, and then you can do the accessory work, or to have a more aesthetic type of body that you desire, right? So in closing, lifting heavy is not about ego. It's about training with intention, progressive overload, proper form, gradual strength development. When done correctly, the training doesn't break you, it actually builds you up. And, with a strong body, of course, a strong mind, and you become a stronger man. All right. So if this resonates with you guys, put strength in the comments. And I do train men as well. So if you're interested, click the link in the description, set up a call with me. Let's see if we can work together and end the dad bod era. That shit is not cool. Like I said, man, I see dudes 30 years old having heart attacks, talking about ED. Like, you 30, you still a baby. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? The best investment you can make, fellas, I'm telling you this, is in yourself. And believe it or not, and girls like muscles. You shouldn't be doing it just for ladies, but it's all about the presentation. They're the byproduct of. And trust me, I know I was a Slim Jim, now I'm a little leaner, and I'm going through another transformation right now too. So it's going to be even crazier. But this is not about me, it's about you guys. I want y'all to do well. So this is me, Alchemy Fitness, signing off, transfer you from lead to gold, where we train hard, we train smart, and we're going to train safe. Peace.